On the starting line, ready to go. It's race number 11. Is it going to be Callahan? What about Wagner? What about Saxton? What about Baker, Heidler, Hancock, McCachran, Bonanno, Hogsma, Barron, and Judge? Who in the heck is it going to be? As Harlan Forley storms out to get a good picture of the start, we are ready to rock and roll here in race number 11, the finale of our race number 7 and 8 doubleheader here at Glen Helen. Yeah, I don't know about you. I get excited to go. Oh, there they go. Jeremiah Wagner gets the whole shot, number 7. And I believe it's Saxton right behind him. They had quite the run in Utah. Test. Now, one thing about Glen Helen, I've been involved with the races here at Glen Helen all the way back into the 80s. We're talking about close to 40 years been coming out here. And of course, first time I ever been out here was 1974. Come out here just to go race. I didn't race a Royal Cycle Park, but I did come out here to ride. And that was a long, long time ago, back in 1974. But tell you what, a lot of changes, a lot of nationals, a lot of FIM World Grand Prix, Speedway, flat track, mud bogs, drags, mud runs, Lucas Oil off-road challenges, Mickey Thompson off-road challenges. It just goes on and on and on here at Glen Helen. And of course, local motocross shows, extreme events like Last Dog Standing, sprint racing, all taking place right here at the world famous Glen Helen Raceway here in Southern California. Now I'll be coming back out here next weekend for the 24-hour at Glen Helen, and I've been hosting the Triple Crown of Endurance for the last 6 years here, and definitely a good time. If you're looking for something to do and you're here in Southern California, some of the top off-road gurus will be at least coming out to hang out with all of us. So again, Saturday morning, 8 o'clock, the festivities start. Free pancake breakfast on Sunday. So come on out, join us for the party here at Glen Helen next weekend for the Three Brothers, KGM Husqvarna, 24 Hours of Glen Helen. Also, October 16th will be the GBC Close Course Off-Road there at the former Lucas Oil, it's now GBC Off-Road facility here at Glen Helen. Now, can Wagner hold on to charge of everybody? It looked like it might have been Larry Heidler, actually, in the red car, number 86. Can't quite tell because of the glare off the window, but we'll see when they come back around and come off of REM here in just a moment. But it was definitely Jeremiah Wagner in the lead coming off of Talladega and going up into the hills. I just got word, Bo Barron out with mechanical, the number one, out with mechanical. Bummer for Bo Barron. He's had a great weekend all weekend though, making podiums, most of his races all weekend long. Well, not going to be doing this one. It looks to be Jeremiah Wagner in our lead, number 7, out of Las Vegas, Nevada. We'll have to find out where Bo Judge come into this mix. Both Bo Judge and John Bonanno, number 341, are two Can-Ams in this field. Wagner, Bo Judge, Dave Hagsman, Davey McCachran, our top 4. And then Sean Saxton, number 18. Now McCachran took the win yesterday in the Brew 102 wagon. Saxton, of course, took the win there at Three Peaks Oasis. He's way back in the field in 5th, and not to mention a big gap between 4th, him and McCachran. But we'll keep tabs. You never know what's going to happen, because take a look. Bo Barron out with mechanical, number 1. Now things is shaking up really good because we had a split start here, so we'll have our adjusted time coming up pretty soon. Matt Hancock is the lead in our split start. That'll move him up the ladder now into 5th place on the number 93 Maxxis Tire Special. Larry Heidler getting a good start, now dropping back into the field. Now by adjusted time, both Wagner, Judge, and Dave Hagsman will be our top 3 by adjusted time. Cade McCachran get pushed off the podium by Dave Hagsman by 1.5 seconds between the two. The 422 and the 102 Brew of Cade McCachran now dropping back to 4th place. Nick Granlund joining the party. He's our only Yamaha in the field, number 68. He's running back in 11th place. But what a good ride by Dave Hagsma. He is on the gas, on the move, only 1 second off of our second place of Bo Judge. But great ride by Jeremiah Wagner, number 7. Let's see if he can hold off the charge, because he's got hot on his heels, coming in second at that Baja 400 just a couple of weeks ago. Bo Judge now in second place on a 956 Can-Am, hot on the tail, 1.6 seconds off the charge of him and Jeremiah Wagner. Dave Hagsma with a good lap time. It's about a half a second's difference between second and third by adjusted time between Hagsma and Bo Judge on that 956 Can-Am out of Rockland, Northern California. Now lap times aren't that too far off the beaten path. Okay, so Sean Saxton is right at 9 seconds off from our leader of Jeremiah Wagner, and he's running 7th place. So all 7 cars within 9 seconds of each other. Well, actually, make it 10 seconds. And this is our finale of the weekend, race number 11, Pro Production. So, check this out. If you're not on track right now, there is no reason in the world why you should have a transponder if you need to return it. Now, if you're intending on purchasing it for an exorbitant fee, and I'm not going to say how much it is, but it is expanded quite a bit, the price tag of those transponders. You can buy them online for quite a bit less. So again, turn in your transponders now while I'm reminding you. If you haven't yet removed your racer suit or your rider's pants and boots, grab your transponder, march it on over like a good little soldier you are, and you listen to your fearless leader, myself, telling you, turn in your transponders, or Genie is going to bite your head off. So please return your transponder if you're not on course right now. Thank you very much. How'd you like that one, Genie? Wagner, Judge, Hagsma are first 3, 7, 956, and 422. But I tell you what, I would not rule out, and I would not bet against the 956 of Bo Judge are reeling in. Our current leaders, 1.68 seconds separates first and second as they come through the scoring trap a little bit ago. I had a good chance of talking to Bo Judge earlier today, and you probably don't know, but I was a chief official and referee for CMC all the way back into the mid-70s. And he was actually riding and racing a lot of my CMC Golden State and Trans-Cal motocross championships here in California. They went all the way up to Northern Cal, up to Livermore, which is right next to Livermore, right next to Brad Lackey. He lives up there, right next to Sand Hill Ranch, and raced all over the place. And actually, Bo Judge was a pro motocrosser back in the day. As I hear the rumble of race number 11, our pro production coming back upon us, Wagner, Judge Hagsma. Let's see if we can hold on. And it's Bo Judge now in the lead. I would have won that bet, no problem. Dave Hagsma in the second spot. Caden McCachran slides into third. So where, oh where, is Jeremiah Wagner? Sean Saxton in the fourth spot. So teammate of Wagner now moves into the fourth. Of course, Sean Saxton come off of row number 2 by adjusted time. Same thing with Hagsmith started in row number 2, and he's actually moving up. And man, it's a close confine between our top 4 places. 17 seconds separates Saxton to McCachran, but it's only 6 seconds separates our top 3 riders between Bo Judge, David Hagsma, and Caden McCachran. And coming off of row number 2, Matt Hancock with an 8:03 that last lap. Let's see if he betters. He did. He moves up into the 4th spot with a 7:53. McCachran with a 7:47. Hagsma with a 7:46. And Judge with a 7:43. So just got confirmation, Jeremiah Wagner pushed and out after a lead, is out with mechanical. Tough break for both. Some of our front runners of Jeremiah Wagner and Bo Barron will not be making this field as Bo Judge, Dave Hagsma, and Caden McCachran run away with this thing right now. They are 49 seconds ahead of Matt Hancock, who's currently in our 4th place, number 93. Car number 3, Brad Callahan, also changing a tire over in the recommended pit area. So wish him to get on board. He's way back in 9th place overall right now, behind John Bonanno, Larry Heidler, and Dylan Lindbergh, 6th, 7th, and 8th place respectively. Now, both Bo Judge and Dave Hagsma are on the gas, on the move. 4 seconds separates 1st and 2nd place. As Hagsma, the Maxxis Tire Special 422, trying to reel in on the Can-Am Special. Number 956 of Bo Judge. And we'll see how this transpires in the next couple laps. This is a long race. We only got 2 laps in already. And after his win yesterday, Caden McCachran in the Brew 102, he's currently holding on to that third step in the podium, and he's 7.5 seconds off the pace of Dave Hagsma, and about another 7.5 seconds off the pace of Bo Judge. So actually no, 2 seconds off the pace of Hagsma. So he's all over, and it's 4.2 seconds to Bo Judge for Dave Hagsma. So you can roll the Yahtzee Cup and probably tell and predict it a little bit better than I can right now at this point in time. Except I did say you can't rule out the lead for Bo Judge to being our leader here in the next couple of laps. And here he is sitting in first place on the 956 Can-Am Special. And I hear the three-cylinder roar of the 956 as he's coming off of REM track. It's a distinct sound. It doesn't sound anything like the 2 cylinders of the Polaris Razors that are all around him. McCachran and Hagsma also using the Polaris Razors 2 cylinders, but that 3-cylinder Can-Am of Bo Judge, it sounds mean, man. It is totally on it. McCachran still in third. Hagsma still hanging into second. Five seconds separates first and second, and 8 seconds separates second and third. Now Sean Saxton now moves into that 4th spot as he gets by Matt Hancock. Hancock out of Whitman, Arizona, down near Wickenburg. He only lives a little over an hour from where I live. Of course, had a good chat with Matt yesterday. He almost made podium, was leading it for a bit, and he ran out of high speed on some of the fast sections here, where the other cars had a little bit more high speed and were able to get by him. So, not the case here, but there's Matt Hancock right now in 5th. Oh, by adjusted time though, we'll slide him into that 4th spot, beating out Sean Saxton by just 2 seconds with adjusted time. Lindbergh rounds up top 6 places, number 883. Dylan Lindbergh with a 7:53, actually a better time than Sean Saxton on a previous lap. Still fast time. Bo Judge with a 7:38. Dave Hagsma with a 7:39 in second. And a 7:45 of Caden McCachran in that third spot. Our tech inspector, Larry Heiler, also the oldest guy in the field, number 86, ran in 7th place. And then Nick Granlund actually moved up into the field a little bit. He's right behind Heidler, running in 8th spot. So good job by the Yamaha pilot, number 68, of Nick Granlund. Also one of the biggest guys in our racing field. Nick's a big guy, man, in that little old Yamaha. But he does a great job. Mind you, he's got paddles on the steering wheel and a clutch and brake on that left side. Whole back side of his car almost coming off as he heads to the finish line area, or starting line area, I mean. So Nick Granlund body parts starting to fall off of his number 68 Yamaha, now running 8th place, heading toward Talladega. Judge Hagsma McCachran, top 3. So here coming into lap number 4, no big surprises right now. The top 3 are pretty solid. About 5 and 8 seconds separates between all 3 of them. Bo Judge, David Hagsma, and Caden McCachran are top 3. Matt Hancock moving through the field though, getting by a couple of guys. Of course, Jeremiah Wagner out with mechanical along with Bo Barron on that first lap. But Matt Hancock moving through the field all the way to 4th, and that is 48 seconds between him and our winner yesterday of Caden McCachran on the Brew 102 Special. We are now coming into lap number 4 as Bo Judge carrying the green flag and bringing the troops through the field here at Glen Helen. 956, Bo Judge now coming into the motocross section. Now he is by far our fastest Can-Am in the field. Now immediately following this race, track will be off limits to everybody. There's no play riding all over the place. Judge, Hagsma, and McCachran still our top 3 runners. And it seems like real estate distance. Oh no! Yeah, that's McCachran still. So it seems like our real estate distance is stretching a bit further between first and second and third. So we got 10 seconds off from Bo Judge to Hagsma and 8.5 seconds between Hagsma and McCachran. Hancock's still holding on to that 4th spot. Oh, Sean Saxton in physical time, number 18, 1 step off podium, but he did start on row number 2, so I believe when Matt Hancock comes around, he will bump him for that time. I don't know, Saxton just spun a 748, whereas our leader's spinning a 741, and Hagsman and McCachran both spinning 746. So Saxton right in the mix of our top 3 runners. And again, y'all do me a big favor, take pictures right now, if you can, if you're by trackside, and share them on social media. Let everybody know you're at the WORCS race, round number 8 of the Rocky Mountain ATV MC WORCS Racing Series. Here at Glen Helen. Still remains Judge Hagsma McCachran with a Hancock in tow. Now he's 53 seconds off the pace of Caden McCachran. Rocky Mountain ATV MC, our official presenting sponsor for our 2021 WORCS Series. BF Goodrich Tires, also available through WORCSRacing.com, through Rocky Mountain ATV MC.com. Also, Dirt Bike Magazine, Dirt Nation for your official photography. And if you've raced it all this weekend, there will be a photo for you over at Dirt Nation. Dirt Wheels, the Flying Machine Factory, Elka Suspension. Good to have both Jed and Doug Rolls over here with Elka. And great out there supporting both our quad and our side-by-side racing program. Dirt Rider Design, Sean Spencer. And there's a Granlund coming through. You can hear him with his 3-cylinder Yamaha, currently running in 6th place overall by adjusted time, right behind Saxton. Hoosier Tires, Husqvarna, KTM, Havoc Eyewear, Method Race Wheels, Motocross Action Magazine, PCI Race Radios, Moto Effects, Precision Concepts, Scott USA, Tire Blocks, UTV Magazine, BP Racing Fuel, Wiseco, Performance Products, Yuasa Batteries, and VT Construction. Judge Hagsman McCachran. Let's see, next time we come through pretty quick here. And there's only four, and right about 4.5 seconds lap times are that close for our top three. Now, after receiving a flat tire, can Bradley Callahan move through the pack? He's currently in 10th place with that number 3 Polaris, so we'll keep our tags on him. He's had a pretty good year so far. Been running right up in the front there a couple times. Of course, he led in Preston, Idaho until I believe it's a broken rear suspension. We are now 4 laps in, all the way down to John Bonanno, our other Can-Am driver. So he's running 8th place, number 341. So good job by Bonanno. He's actually in the mix of a bunch of really fast guys. Callahan, Wagner behind him. Of course, Wagner having to take a third fiddle only on the first lap after leading, coming up with mechanical. So tough break for the number 7 Polaris out of North Las Vegas, Nevada, of Jeremiah Wagner. Actually, Las Vegas, Nevada, not North. Bo Judge now coming into the motocross section, getting ready to come back around us from Rockland, Northern California. He's 44 years of age with that 956 Can-Am rocket ship fast. I would not have bet against him, but I would bet for him to win this thing, and he's doing a good job. Tough break for Bo Barron and Jeremiah Wagner, both having to take a DNF, which marks their progress like a black eye sometimes, but hanging in there. Also, if you're not in this race right now, you do not have any excuse to hold and maintain your transponder. So grab your transponder right now, cut it off your rig, whether it be your ATV or your side-by-side, march it on over to Jeannie and turn in your transponders. Then you won't be charged, and you'll be able to come back another day and not be hassled by me, warning and telling you about your transponders again. So turn in your transponders right now while you're thinking about it. Transponders, transponders, transponders. Dropping off the pace just a little bit, our winner from yesterday, Caden McCachran, in the Brew 102 Special. He's hanging on to it. Ahead of Sean Saxton, but looks like David Haxman is starting to pull away from him just a little bit. 14 seconds separates first and second place. Tough break, Bradley Callahan Hake taking off and driving back to the pit area. Looks like he's going to hang up his boots on this one. So tough break. Callahan running good earlier on. Now he's back in 10th place right now. Oh, there appears to be a wheel issue happening with the 422 Maxxis Tire Special of Dave Hagsma. So now we'll see here. See if he has to take a pit or if he's able to limp along and hang on to that position. So if he's having some issues, that could slide Caden McCachran into that second spot behind Bo Judge on the 956. Through some attrition activity going on right now, Nick Ranlin now moves into 6th spot. He is by far the fastest Yamaha on course, number 68. The big guy doing a good job hanging in there right now, running in 6th. And running in 7th spot, our tech inspector, Larry Heidler, number 86, as he heads toward the transition to the starting area. Larry behind Nick Ranlin. So it's Judge, Hagsma, McCachran, Hancock, Saxton, Ranlin, Heidler, Bonanno, and Limburg. And then Callahan, even though he's pulling off, will make up for our top 10. As Jeremiah Wagner only had 1 lap in here in race number 11. This is our finale of the weekend, our finale of the day. We're coming down to the wire right now, 5 laps in here in race number 11. And we are now down to 11 minutes to go for Bo Judge on a number 956 Can-Am out of Rockland, Northern California. And we'll see if Hagsma can keep his rig tightened up. He's got a flopping wheel going on. I don't know if it's a wheel bearing, a bad axle, or a bad carrier, but something is going on with the number 422 of David Hagsma. So that could open up the door for a Caden McCachran sliding into that 2nd spot, but he's got nothing in the world right now for Bo Judge. Bo Judge is off on another planet. His 956 Can-Am is working flawlessly right now. White flag coming out for Mr. Bo Judge, number 956. As he's coming into the motocross section right now. Judge, Hagsma, and McCachran. Oh, the wheel problem did come into play as Cade McCachran now takes over that second spot from David Hagsma. So there goes Bo Judge in front of us right now. I'm catching through the field on the radio. Now, Cade McCachran. It's been a good weekend for Caden, that's for sure, with a win yesterday. And if he locks up the second place, that's a good gosh darn weekend for the Brew 102 special of Caden McCachran. Now, without adjusted time, physical time, Sean Saxton would be in that third spot behind McCachran. We'll see if he can hold on to that as Dave Hagsma dropping back. We'll see if Matt Hancock could pick up that third spot from Saxton. Hancock was on the gas earlier on. It is Maxxis Tires, number 93 special. And there goes Hancock out of Whitman, Arizona, with his sixth lap in. And he'll put him one step off the podium behind Saxton. Now there's a chance if Dave Hagsma continues to have issues, mechanical issues, that Nick Granlund could slide into that fifth spot. That could be one of Nick's best races in a long time with that number 68 Yamaha, the only Yamaha in the field. But man, what a performance by the 956 out of Rockland, Northern California. The Can-Am of Bo Judge. Flawless performance all race long. We got 2/3 of a lap to go. The white flag flying with JD Bramlett. And within 10 minutes from now, all cars should be off track, my guess. So I'm going to try to get on down and get a at least trackside interview, because I got to turn a couple of things in on the way down. So with that being said, actually no, I'll pass the microphone over to our podium interviewer today, Dane Perry. Dane's going to be, he's doing a fine job, wonderful job today, and we'll let Dane finish out. So Dane, we'll meet you at the finish line here in just a couple of moments, okay? Now mind you, all the Can-Ams and the Polarises are automatic transmissions. They're all running belts. Now Nick Granlund's number 68 Yamaha, he is the only shifting cart out of the whole mix. As we wait for the 956 to come back rolling through, should be McCachran and Saxton, our top three. Dylan Lindbergh going by just now, number 883, for his last lap. Dean Perry, since you're doing podium, would you like to do post-race interviews? And here it comes, the checker flag coming out. Bo Judge takes the win, both physical and adjusted time. Saxton pulling off. Saxton getting the third on that podium. So it's Judge, McCachran, and Saxton, our top three. Big smiles coming out of this guy. Man, that was a great, great race. You checked out of the building. Bo Judge, congratulations, man, on this win. You got to feel really good right now with the point lead and everything else coming into this, huh?
Yeah, it was really awesome. I got a decent start. I think I came out third, and I was able to make quick work of Hagsma, and then just kind of sat back there behind Wagner and pretty much figured the horsepower those guys are making, it was a matter of time before he started having problems, and sure enough, he didn't even make it one lap, and I could see he like went into limp mode or something. And yeah, and then from there, once I got out front, I was able to just put my head down and kind of just pace Davey, and I could see Caden right there. And probably about the halfway point, I was like, I kind of seen Caden reeling in Davey, so I kind of just wanted to put my head down and see if I could open that gap up. And I ended up kind of pulling away, and then I seen Hagsma having, I think his wheel came off or something, and I got radio confirmation from my girlfriend that Bo Barron had crashed, and so it was like, it's just a really good points day for me. I know Caden was fourth in points, so he's still right there, and you just never know. It's going to be a fight all the way to the end.
You know, and these things are so fragile sometimes. They're tough sometimes, but they're also fragile. You just never know when things are going to happen. You know, a good example is your Lake Havasu issue.
Yeah, I mean, just there's so much that can happen out there. You know, and this track it's super fast and it's fun, but it also it gets some gnarly square edge bumps out there and some rocks. I mean, my son lost a tire. You know, there's flats out there all over the place, and it's constant. You got to constantly. I would kind of check up pretty early for the turn, so that way I could get to the inside of the turns and set the car up and able to get to all the insides instead of drifting out into the main line and hitting all those harsh holes. So maybe that's what ended up saving the car, but the car feels perfect, like I could do the race all over again.
You know, and here's another thing a lot of people don't realize. Your car is about, what, 6 or 8 inches longer than the Polaris's. It's longer and it's lower on top of that.
Yeah, you know, maybe that was helping. So pretty much all the cars out here are the same except for mine. So maybe when they're building, they're hitting all those acceleration bumps, and my car is missing them a little bit. You know, so I'm not hitting front to back at the exact same time. So maybe I got a little advantage, but usually, you know, these tight courses, they kind of have the advantage with the shorter wheelbase. But I like it when the track opens up like this, and I can really let loose of what the Can-Am is capable of doing.
And we can sure hear you all over the place, that's for sure. Anyway, great job. Hey, Bo, congratulations on your win. And no doubt in our mind you were the fastest car on track. And in the meantime, I'm going to let Dane Perry do the podium. So you're going to go on over there and see him here for the celebration time. But in the meantime, thank everybody that helped you real quick.
Yeah, you know, for sure, Can-Am, No Limit, XPS. For sure, BFG just went 1-2 up on my boxes. They're the best tire. Method race wheels, factory UTV, HMF exhaust, Double E Racing. I mean, there's a lot, and then we always forget, you know, the family members. You know, my son and girlfriend. You know, they're the ones that kind of like take the wrath all week. You know, whenever showing up late from home from work and you're missing dinner and when things aren't going right, you come home with attitude, and they're the ones that take all the yelling, you know. So it's like, and then they're always here. They're always here to support me, and I really appreciate that for the most.
Well, no attitude this weekend, that's for sure. Hey, how'd Braden do anyway?
He got 4th yesterday, and then today got the whole shot and was sitting second with a nice, pretty distant second, and got a Rocco there and got a flat, so took him to the back.
Never know, man. Hey, have fun on podium. You're going to be going over there with Dane Perry, so congratulations again. We'll see you in Mesquite, okay?
Right on. I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, Bo Judge for top. Caden McCachran, first off, yesterday win. Today coming in second behind this guy. You got to feel really happy about this right now.
Yeah, this Polaris RS1's having a great weekend here. Yesterday we won Pro Stock, but this race got off. You know, we're severely underpowered here, and I keep saying, and I don't want to be repetitive, but we are. So on the start, you know, I was actually lucky enough to get in front of Bo Barron off the start, but he was the only one behind me. And from there, man, you're just eating roost with those turbo cars. They feel like they're just, you know, tear off and then blind again, tear off, blind again. So worked my way up past Saxon on the first lap back there, and then followed Davey until we got around Wagner, and then after that it was Bo. Bo had maybe a 15-second gap on Davey, and I was right behind Davey, and then Davey started pulling away. It's too hard to keep up with these guys. You know, you're pushing so hard. You don't want to make a mistake. So Davey pulled away, and then we kind of just rode it in behind Bo for the finish because that felt like the smart thing to do.
Now something happened to Davey's car in that last lap. Did you see anything? See anything wrong with it?
Yeah. Maybe for a half lap or so, I think it was blowing up. So he pulled off over here, and I don't want to see my Polaris teammates that happen to them, but we're the benefactor to that.
Definitely twisting guts. You look good out there, man. Congratulations, your win yesterday in second place. Go ahead and thank everybody that helped you.
Yeah, Polaris Racers, these cars are incredible. I just took a naturally aspirated RS1 and finished within 20 seconds of a pretty good turbo car. So these cars are amazing. BF Goodrich tires, BF Goodrich 1-2. Unfortunately, I'm on the bad end of that 1-2. I'll take it. Fox shocks, track's super rough. Shocks are a big factor. Bo's got Foxes here, I believe. Yeah, so Fox shocks 1-2. VP Racing Fuels, everybody that gets me out here, Dad. CMI Race Products, we got some bearing carriers on this race, and they're holding up to to the hard side loads. Patrick's Graphics, this car looks badass. And yeah, everybody that gets me out here.
You're learning new stuff all the time, aren't you?
Yeah, it's especially when you follow guys that have been doing this forever. And I always use Bo or Davey an example, but even Bo Judge here. He's been racing for a long time, and you follow those guys, and even if you're behind them, you can still feel their lines and see how they're controlling the car everywhere. And you try to pick up the goods and the bad. Know the bads of what they're doing, and then pick up on the goods. So, yep.
Good seeing you. Congratulations, Caden McCachran, and we'll see you in Mesquite.
Thank you. See you guys in Mesquite.